Latrobe Speedway Studio. Welcome to Ride Along Podcast.
Hey, Latrobe Speedway race fans, welcome to another exciting edition of the Speed Shop. Boy, we got a busy night going on here at the Speed Shop. We're actually on location this evening. We were offered the offices of the Harker's Speed Performance and Bar and Grill Shop in a little community called Davidsville, Pennsylvania. So a huge thank you to the Harkers for allowing us to kind of set up the Speed Shop here as we get ready to welcome and focus really tonight on the K2 Engineering Crate Late models. We're going to have two guests, at least that's our plan for right now. But we're going to start things off with this cat right here who finally, after a long and probably aggravating 2023, finally got a chance to park it in the most coveted piece of real estate in Westmoreland County, our Latrobe Speedway Victory Lane. Hey, Troy Shields of the 11S, welcome to the Joe's Body Shop and Towing Speed Shop. It's good to have you.
Well, thanks for having me. And yeah, you're right. It's been a long time this year. It's been pretty frustrating.
I'm sure it has, and that's probably a word. Frustrating is going to be the adjective used by a lot of racers in describing their 2023. But it had to taste good, finally, having that opportunity down there to park it in Victory Lane. Talk a little bit about the night and just the event itself, how the car run. We know that Dennis and the team has put together racetrack, race surfaces that have been racy, smooth, multi-grooved all year long. I'm guessing the 11S took full advantage of that Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, we qualified a little off. I mean, we had been qualifying better, but we kind of missed that a little bit. And, we heat raced better and, ended up drawing that coveted position, I think, at Latrobe Speedway is, the outside front row seems to have a big advantage there because you get the momentum. I mean, the track's fast and there's a lot of good cars there. It's, you got to get what you can get at the beginning and hope you can hang on to it. That's what it seems like it's been.
Well, and I think momentum's, and that's a good point you make. I think momentum's big at our big half mile, simply because when them Hoosier American racers, when they don't want to hold to that low groove, you really have to adjust your driving style and put that car topside and utilize the momentum coming off turns 2 and turns 4. And it's not exactly what you had to do.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan. I mean, all night because our car was a little too tight on the bottom. And it's not really the bottom some nights is the fastest way around here, but for the most part, you need to be in the middle top and, just let it set sail and hang on and not screw up. That's the big thing. I mean, I've been in that position a couple times this year and, and basically tripped myself up and did myself in. It happens. So.
And that's a good point. Well, considering the competitiveness of your division, there is absolutely no room for error. You got to be on top of your game every lap. You really got to be in the zone because the 90 car could be hovering anywhere at any time. I could go on and on with some of your colleagues, but the division itself has been ultra competitive. Talk about the emotionality for our race fans, Troy. This 2023 season, you use the word frustrating. I use the word aggravating. It's certainly things that are out of our control, but I can't imagine anyone would have thought back in April and May that the 2023 season, the schedule would have been so just in complete disarray and discombobulated as it turned out to be.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody plans on raining out 9 times. I think that's what they did rain out. I mean, and that's, you figure 9 Saturdays out of the summer, that's a lot, and it's everybody, guys like me, I race one night a week. I mean, that's what I have the the help to do it. You know, you got to have help, and if you don't have help, you know, you're only kidding yourself. So it's like we go one night a week and try to be ready, and then to get rained out, you know, it's kind of disappointing. And you know, you get there and everybody's all ready to go. And I mean, the competition in that division there's
Right.
7 or 8 cars that can win. They win every place they go, and they can win there on any given night. So it you know, it feels pretty good to be able
Well
to.
said. And if there is I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Troy. I apologize. If there is a silver lining to this,
okay.
I'm going to get back.
Yeah.
I'm going to get back to the question. If there is a silver lining to all this, when race teams, yourself, when you sit back and reevaluate things in October and November as to what needs done, what needs refreshed, these cars don't have a lot of laps on them this year, do they?
No, they don't have a lot of laps on them, but you know, that's a good thing. You know, but Latrobe's size sometimes. I mean, you're obviously everybody's probably going to refreshing their engines for next year, and you could probably get away without doing it. But you know, there again, you're only kidding yourself. For you know, you want to be reliable, so you know that's about it. But as far as you're right on shocks and all that kind of stuff, you know, the wear and tear hasn't been there because of lack of laps.
Well said, Troy. Well, listen, we're going to wind it down here. I don't want to take too much of your time, but as you're certainly enjoying the beautiful outdoors there, up there in Acme, Pennsylvania. Love that area, right off of 31. Travel that a good. Love it up there. When I traveled down to Bullskin for the Rock and Rods, Hot Rod Show, and so on. It's a beautiful part of Westmoreland County there. But listen, I know there's probably a lot of people, a lot of businesses that help you out on that 11S. That without their help and support, probably who knows, would you even be racing? So this is probably as good a time as ever to say thank you to all of those wonderful people and sponsors. So go ahead and pay the bills, buddy.
Well, I'd like to thank S&S Communication Services, Ingram Engines, AR Warner Machine Company, and Rodney Corners Restaurant, Garry Sisson, you know, my kids and my guys that come to the racetrack to help. Without them, we couldn't do it.
No, very well said. Very well said. Well, Troy, I got to tell you, you're a joy to watch. I know Dennis, Kathy, and the team are proud to have you as one of our guys in the K2 Engineering Crate Late Models. We look forward to seeing you back this Saturday. You have an opportunity to back up that big win from this past Saturday night. So,
Well,
best of luck to you. God bless. Cheers to you. And we shall see you Saturday.
all right. Hopefully, we can come back and repeat. That's on our mind. Thank you very much.
Hey, Latrobe Speedway race fans, welcome back to the Joe's Body Shop and Towing Speed Shop. I told you we're on location today here at the beautiful offices of the Harker's Speed and Performance Bar and Grill Shop here in Davidsville, Pennsylvania. Tonight's K2 Engineering Crate Late Model theme continues because we have another guest coming on as you had just had the opportunity to meet and listen to Troy Shields as we had a nice discussion with him. But now we bring on the young Italian star from Latrobe. He finally got it from counting all that money that he his accountant work a couple of weeks ago when he won the Ron Compton Memorial here at the Speedway. Marino Angelicchio, welcome to the Speed Shop, buddy. How you doing?
Not too bad, sir. Excited to be on tonight.
Oh, it's great to have you, buddy. It's great to have you. Listen, let's take a trip back 2 weeks ago. I believe it was your first career win. You've been trudging along, and trying to live up to that Angelicchio, that rich tradition, Angelicchio racing name. Describe the emotionality when you were coming out of turn 4 and you saw Denny and Billy have that checkered flag in hand. Describe that for the fans, what that feels like.
Oh man, it felt amazing for us. We were joking around saying, "Oh man, we're acting like we won the Daytona 500," but it's cool. It was a stepping stone for us. We've been working our butts off to get that for a long time, and yeah, like you said, we got that caution with 5 to go, and I tell you what, that was a long 5 laps. I was counting down, and when I saw the white come out, that's when I felt pretty good. And then when Checker came out, when I was coming out of 4, I was excited. So the adrenaline and all the emotions took over, and it was awesome. Yeah, it felt so good for me, and it felt awesome to get that for my team and everybody that helps me. I mean, we've been needing it for sure. So.
And we were joking around about the money and the accountant and all that stuff, and that's all fine and dandy. But when you get that first one, you guys could have been racing for $150, and it's still that thrill, the adrenaline of winning a big boy race here at the Latrobe Speedway in our premier division. So good for you, and certainly that's going to be a big stepping stone for you. Coming from, and maybe that's a good segue into our next question that you can share with the fans is, I've had the opportunity to announce your family's name for a long time. I believe Dan is your uncle. Dan would bring the Royal Purple number 14 down to Bedford when I announced. Now, he wasn't a regular, but he would show up for the more prestigious, higher dollar races. But in addition to Dan, share with the fans and put it all together for us, the Angelicchio racing tradition. Let us know some of the names that you're following in the footsteps of.
Yeah, for sure. Well, first off, my dad, Al, he raced a lot on the asphalt up at Jennerstown and Motordrome. So obviously him, and I started racing go-karts when I was young, and me and my brothers raced in that Enzo and Lucio. We were very successful in the go-karts, and then I was 15, and Uncle Denny kind of wanted me to start getting into a late model, and I was all in for it, obviously, and that's all I wanted to do. So I started going down to his shop and just pieced together a car, from all the stuff laying around down there, and me and him built my first car, and then I just did about a year practicing, and then we kind of started racing pretty good. So so it's been a minute. We've been striving for this first win for sure. Yep.
Wow, it's very well deserved. You're a very well spoken young man. Share with the fans a little bit. You're a hell of an athlete. I don't know if a lot of people know that. And I would share that when I was on the microphone and you were on the track. I don't think a lot of people know. My dear friend Pat Pecora is probably the premier NCAA wrestling head coach in the country, whether it's at the Division I level, Division I AA, whatever, at the University of Pittsburgh at Johnstown. And you wrestled at the 125-pound weight class. How does a young man who puts all that time and effort and training into being, a career in collegiate wrestling, how did you kind of mesh that with the family tradition of racing?
Yeah. So growing up, we still wrestled, and my brothers wrestled as well. And when I got into college, it was a little bit harder to kind of still get into it at the beginning of the season, because I'm coming home from school, and I have to have everything ready. So I wasn't home as much to get it all done. So as I was coming home, I was getting some stuff done, and so that kind of made it complicated for the beginning of the season. And then towards the end of every season, I'm going back to school and starting wrestling again and stuff. So it just kind of made the beginning and the end, pretty tough at some points, but we seem to find a little bit more success as we go on in the season. More towards the end of the season, we always seem to clip off a little achievement. Like last year, we won the King of the Hill. This year, we won the Ron Compton Memorial, and hopefully we can catch maybe one more before the season ends. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, at times it did make it tough traveling back and forth.
Well, you may clip another one off because the 55 has been on a rail lately, and you're certainly setting a tone for the rest of the what's left of the 2023 season, and it's certainly going to be a good segue into the 2024 season. What does the future hold for young Marino Angelicchio?
Yeah, we're just gonna keep cranking at it and see how many more wins we can get off for the rest of the year. And next year we're gonna come back even harder, and just gonna try and keep gaining more and more success. And wherever the future takes me from there, that's where we'll go. But time will tell where we'll end up, and time will tell the success we'll have. But I see, with the people I have around me, and the effort we put into it, and the emotion and the heart we put into it, I think that we'll find a lot of it. So.
Well, speaking of the people around you, the success that you've enjoyed certainly probably wouldn't be possible without the help and support of so many friends and family and business sponsors. So I'm sure you'd like to take an opportunity to thank all of them right now.
Oh, for sure. First off, I'll thank the track. We're at Latrobe Speedway a lot, so thank them for that. But my family, yeah, for sure. My brothers, Enzo and Lucio, they bust their butts. They put just as much, emotion into it and get just as much emotion out of it as me. And so they're always supporting me. Wyatt, our friend Wyatt, my dad, both my grandpaps, Daryl, everybody that helps me out, Piston Liston, CJ the DJ, everybody comes and helps me out. But on the sponsor side, RAR Transportation, TBM Brakes, Ace Excavation, Comtrol International, Imperial River Transport, Brooks Insurance. Mr. Brooks helps me out a lot. Yeah, and everybody else that just helps me. I have a lot of people that come and like to come and hang out and like to come and help me and stuff like that. So definitely, like I said before, especially when I won a couple weeks ago, to see my brothers and all my buddies' emotions, that everybody that helps me out coming over the car, that meant more than the win. You know what I'm saying? That was just felt great to feel on both ends. And it's good to have that sometimes, and the team needs that for sure. It's definitely makes everybody feel good, and we've been finding more and more success. But yeah, like I said, everybody that helps me, they stick around, so we'll see what happens.
And it's a joy to hear you talk about family and the closeness that you all have, and it really speaks probably to your Italian heritage. Holidays are about families. Joyful moments are about families, and winning the Ron Compton Memorial was all about a joyful Italian family moment for the Angelicchios. Just out of pure curiosity, what is your middle name?
My middle name's Alan. Marino Alan Angelicchio. Yep.
I thought there's no way he's going to say Bob, Tom, or George, or Alan, or Steve.
No, yep. You think it was going to be a crazy one. Yep.
I thought I Dominic or Guido.
Yeah, something like that, huh? But
well, hey Marino, what a joy to talk to you, buddy. We hope to see you Saturday night. Thanks for taking the time to jump on to the Joe's Body Shop and Towing speed shop here tonight. Share with your friends. Tune in. I think it will start airing on Thursday at 7 p.m. So share with all your friends, and great to have you, Marino. You're a fine young man. Wish you nothing but the best. God bless.
Thank you.
Hey, race fans, welcome back to the Latrobe Speedway Joe's Body Shop and Towing Speed Shop on this very special night. Great having Troy Shields on the show and Marino Angelicchio, two great cats that represent our speedway so very well. Come out and support them this coming Saturday. as we get ready for Fan Appreciation Night. This is probably, I'll have to check with JD back in the studio. This is probably about our 9th attempt of the year at Fan Appreciation. It's a special night for all of us with the Speedway, especially Dennis and Kathy and the team. It's a way for them. It's their way of saying thank you to all of you great fans, and the drivers as well for being a part of our Latrobe Speedway family. And there's going to be a lot of extracurricular activities going on in addition to our Fast Five divisions that are going to be in action on Saturday night. Just want to let you know, up in the midway, there's going to be basket raffles. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be a 50-50. You know, I can go on and on. Dennis and Kathy put a lot of time and effort into putting this special moment and party together. The thank you party to all of our great fans and drivers. And to you fans, you know, kids, bring those Sharpies and bring those autograph books, because you're going to have the opportunity to go out onto the front stretch of our favorite piece of real estate in all of Westmoreland County, Latrobe Speedway, to meet and greet and say hi and hug and shake hands, all of your favorite Latrobe Speedway superstars. So that's coming up this week, this coming Saturday night. We have our 5 divisions in action. We'll have the K2 Engineering Crate Late Models. The Wisneski Waste Removal Pro Stocks will be in action. The Dean Pollock Hobby Stocks. The Specialty Metals Modified 4 Cylinders. And last but not least, the Joe's Body Shop and Towing Pure Stocks will be the featured division this coming Saturday night, as they will be running in the Bill Korber Memorial with a payday, winner's payday of $1,375. Again, for the winner of the Joe's Body Shop and Towing Pure Stocks. Pit gates will open at 4. Grandstand gates will open at 5. Racing will start at 7. Now, keep in mind, you might want to get there a little early. The schedule may be a little switched around because of fan appreciation, but no worries. It's going to be a fun night at our favorite piece of Westmoreland County real estate this coming Saturday. So please plan to join us. You want to keep up to date with everything Latrobe Speedway as the season winds down. LatrobeSports.com is our official website. On Facebook, just go or do a Facebook search for Speedway. It'll bring you right to everything you need to know. But on the Facebook website is right at your tip. DJ Johnson, does a fantastic job. What a wonderful addition to the team, and what a special he brought to our Latrobe Speedway family. You know, the success that we enjoy at Latrobe would not be possible without the help and the support of so many local businesses and sponsors and individuals even. When you're in the market for any of these products or services, please remember to support them. Make them your first call, because they love what you love and I love, racing at Latrobe Speedway. So always remember our friends at RPM Racing Parts and Sales, our friend Rick Potter, A1 Machine and Performance, Seal Tite Paving, our friends at Latrobe Billiards, DJS Swag, GVD Powder Coating, welcoming our good friend, I believe it's Chris Ament, but we welcome Chris Ament Landscape Supply here in town. So Ament Landscape Supply, welcome to our Latrobe Speedway family. Thank you as well to Tidal Wave Car Wash, the Auto Tag Store, Porta-John, Garry's Auto Sales, Bowman's Plumbing, General Carbide, and Latrobe Mirror and Glass. And fans, always don't forget our divisional sponsors. K2 Engineering, taking care of our crate late models. Specialty Metals with our modified 4 cylinders. Marilungo Disposal with our strictly stock 4 cylinders. Dean Pollock with our hobby stocks. Wisneski Waste Removal with our pro stocks. Bowers Farms with the Race Saver Sprint cars. And last but not least, my personal favorite, Joe's Body Shop and Towing, for sponsoring the Pure Stocks and also sponsoring the Speed Shop here each and every week. So that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. A couple quick things. Don't forget, when you hit those websites, don't forget the Kids Club. There's information on the website and the Facebook page. And don't forget, for our specialty metals modified 4 cylinders, got a nice message today from Christine Jones, excuse me. She wanted to know information, wants to start donating for the Jeffrey Vassis Memorial coming up on September 16th. Boy, we knocked it out of the park last year. If any individuals or businesses are looking forward to being a part of the Jeffrey Vassis Memorial again this year, please give Dennis and Kathy a call. They will get you all of the information moving forward. So that's going to do it. Thank you all again, Troy Shields. Thank you, Marino Angelicchio. JD back in the studio, back in Latrobe. Thank you for putting this all together. And thank you for the hospitality here at the Harker Speed and Performance and Bar and Grill here in Davidsville for allowing me to set up the speed shop here tonight. God bless everybody. We'll see you on Saturday at our beloved Latrobe Speedway. And since Marino's with us today, salute.